Greetings. Just want to share with y'all this morning's juice making. So today I'm going to do 1 lemon, 1 orange, and 1 grapefruit. Now, in the past, when I have not had access to organic fruit, I have used a non-organic citrus fruit, okay? So if you don't have access to organic fruit, use what you have around you. Pray over your food. Put the good energy into your food. Right now, my goddaughter introduced me to a group of people who go to different organic farms all around South Florida, and they gather fruits and vegetables for you, and then they deliver them to you. And the price is magnificent. So because I currently have access to that, and everything that I use to eat to make my juices is organic. But I don't want to make anybody feel pressured, because in general, the places where we have to go to get organic foods and the process through which we get organic foods is very expensive, and so that excludes some people. It becomes an exclusionary thing when you say eat organic. So I don't want you to feel excluded. If you have a cost-effective way to eat organic, then eat organic. If you don't, then eat what you have and put your good energy into it, right? Everything is energy. Nothing exists outside of energy. So once you put your good energy into it, and once you are sure of the properties of what this particular fruit and vegetable is going to do for you, then that's what it's going to do for you. When you have access to better, do better. But do not allow anything to keep you from doing the best that you have right now. Okay, I'm gonna move, you guys. Give me just a second. I got to put this in the sink and move over to the blender. So I want to show you my my juicer, even though I've dismantled it. This is a Cuisinart juicer that my daughter bought me for winter solstice this year. So she had bought me a similar juicer many years ago when I lived in Atlanta, and that one broke. And so I was mentioning when I was in Tennessee in December that I would love to have another electronic citrus juicer. I love a good reamer, you know, the glass reamers that get the citrus juice out for you, but I really prefer the electronic juicers. I'm just taking my peelings on outside to the trash. I have my trash outside because I had to go to pick up my organic fruits and vegetables. So I'm gonna take the trash out when we go on our walk today. All right, and so from there, I move over to the blender. And I'm going to show you what we're going to be blending. This is the blender that I'm currently using. And you guys know, if you've watched me for years, then you know the blender I was using before was just a regular, I guess called an osterizer, just that regular brand. I did not have the big fancy Vitamix. I've never had that. One of my exes had one, so I used to use his when I lived in Barbados. But outside of that, I don't have a Vitamix, have never had a Vitamix. So everything that you see me preparing, I've either made it in a regular blender, or if it's been recently, I've made it in this NutriBullet. And I sing the praises of NutriBullet, because this thing, it blends everything right on down. So I've been very pleased with it. So right now I'm gonna add some papaya. And I do the papaya because it has a natural element in it called papain, which helps with your digestion. And also if you do the seeds kill parasites. So these very beautiful, artistic black seeds, they're so pretty. They kill parasites. So I'm gonna put this big old piece of pawpaw in with my juice. And I ate a little bit last week, but in general, I don't eat pawpaw. I don't necessarily like the flavor of it. But I find that the more and more pure my body gets, the more I like it. So I think that my not liking the flavor of it may have to do with elements in my body that know that if I eat it, they're going to die. They're no longer going to have a favorable place to live. So I'm adding to that my Dandelion Greens. And I get these all from the same organic farmer. So those are organic as well. And I just put them in there. I didn't realize that that wasn't in front of y'all. I just throw those in there. And today, I still have some writing that I'm going to do for school. So I also ordered myself a little bit of what I consider brain food. So that is the liquid chlorophyll, brain food, and a little bit of Irish moss. We call it Irish moss in the Caribbean, but generally known as sea moss right now in the United States. I'm going to put some fresh ginger in. So the ginger is good for your circulation. The ginger is also good for any sort of mucus that has built up in your system. And ginger also gives you energy. And so I have been, for about 2 years, really working on getting myself back to a non-anemic state. I had been anemic my whole life. And then once I became fully vegan and was eating greens for every meal, like 3 times a day eating greens, I cured my anemia and was no longer anemic. Not with a pregnancy or anything. Nothing threw me back into anemia except when I stopped eating my greens 3 times a day. So I do have to eat them 3 times a day in order to maintain a regular iron level. So part of the reason that I add certain things also is to combat that anemia. And I recognize that it's being combated when I have very clear thought process and when I have a normal amount of energy. So I put a tablespoon, this is about a tablespoon, of sea moss, Irish moss. Now I'm putting a tablespoon of just the liquid chlorophyll. This is all, like I said, for my energy and my anemia. And everything that I put in this drink, and it's late, it's like 12:30, so I know that's late for most people. But this is my morning drink, to be honest with you guys. It's the first thing I drink in the morning. Everything I put in here is very sweet. And so no extra sweeteners need to be added. However, if you were using some things that are less sweet, then you can always add some agave nectar to it to sweeten it up. But you shouldn't need to if you're doing your citrus fruits and your really sweet tropical fruits like your papaya. So then I just blend it up. I love this thing, y'all. I love this thing. When I'm able to travel again, I'm going to buy a small one of these so I can take it with me everywhere. One thing I forgot to add that I also drink every morning is my Blackstrap Molasses. Now, the molasses I will not continue to drink once I feel like my iron is back where it should be. But until I fully get to that point, I drink a little bit of molasses, about a teaspoon every morning. Put this thing on here, and this thing is so easy to clean. And you just pawpaw seeds to be in there. Woo, my hands are wet now. And after that, for me, some people just drink it right out of this cup, but I find this cup to be cumbersome. So I pour it into a nice, pretty container. It is important for it to be beautiful. That's important. Don't ever let your femininity be downplayed. If you have the desire for things to be beautiful, then lean into that desire. It actually helps with your healing, right? I wrote years ago, and it was plagiarized by many, but I wrote years ago that beauty is harmony that you can see. And as a priestess of Oshun, as a daughter of Oshun, one of the things that we bring into the world is harmony in the form of beauty. And we remind everyone of the importance of harmony as beauty. So I like to eat and drink my dishes out of beautiful containers. So part of preparing the drink for me is also putting it into a beautiful container. So don't let anybody downplay that. And I kind of let this part come down off the blades. And then I pour all the rest of the little bitlets in here. I got to have every drop of my healing, of my brain food. Go ahead and rinse this out. If I have time, then I'll go ahead and wash it. But I do have to get on to my writing. I have deadlines that I'm meeting. Wipe off this chlorophyll. If not, it's going to drip all over your refrigerator and make your refrigerator a blue-green mess. And that's not what you want. Wipe down your blender. I found this huge bowl at Publix with a top on it. And I keep all of my greens in it. So my kale, my dandelion, everything for the week, I put in this same container so that my greens can stay fresh and not attract fruit flies. Because in the great state of Florida, the fruit flies will even come into your refrigerator. It's not a complaint, it's just an observation and a commentary on what's true. So you got to cover up everything, whether it is inside or outside. So I just wanted to share that with you guys. I just felt moved to share. I'm in a good mood, got a lot of energy, feeling just full of life, even in the midst of everything that's going on. So this is my morning drink for today. I'm gonna let you guys see how pretty and green it is. And when something is dark green like that, then you know that it's going to do the work of cleansing. It's going to do the work of fortifying your minerals, and it's going to do the work of healing. Whatever healing work you're doing is going to assist in that work. So just wanted to share with you guys one of my recipes, and feel free to use it. All right, ecstasy, abundance, and bliss. Hope to see you guys. Well, you will see me again in the next video. Peace.